Hello everyone and welcome to another Sims build. Now quick heads up before I'm going into what I'm building today and why. I have been sick for the last 3 weeks or so and I'm currently still in the process of getting better. So if my voice sounds at all weird or anything, that's the reason, but I hope it's fine enough now to record some audio. And what I'm gonna build today is kind of inspired by the new pack that's coming out. If you don't follow the Sims updates, they announced a new pack. It's gonna be for rent. So you're gonna actually be able to build rental properties again, which is huge. And that's the reason why I'm currently building a single family home. I'm pretty sure that once this pack has come out, I will only and exclusively build apartment buildings. At least that's what I worry will happen, because I already have like 500 ideas. I want to build so many different properties that are for multiple families. I'm thinking apartments, I'm thinking townhouses, I'm thinking multiple single houses on one property. I have so many plans. Just in case I'm actually gonna fall into a rabbit hole of only ever building multi-tenant houses for the foreseeable future, I just want to build something for my owner Sims who actually manage to have their own very own property in this day and age and economy. So yeah, this is what this is gonna be. I don't want a gigantic house, but I want it to be big enough for, let's say, a family of 4. And I don't actually know yet how I want this to look exactly. I'm just mapping out. One thing I do know though is that I want a roofed over terrace space outside somehow. That's what this area here is. So that's not going to be an actual room. And then I thought maybe this one could be a hallway, because the beauty of that would be that it's neatly locked away in a corner. It's also started to rain here, so if you can hear that, my apologies again. I don't actually know the age group of everyone involved. I sure want parents and then 2 children, but I say children, but I don't actually know if I want a baby and a child, or a teenager and a toddler, or what. I'm gonna see where inspiration strikes. I didn't decide on an aesthetic either. I think it's gonna be relatively modern. And now if we do this with a glass roof, because personally I really love glass roof over patios. Perfect. I have this bad habit, I'll call it, of putting a fuck ton of windows everywhere, as if that was gonna solve all my problems. Nobody in my playthroughs is allowed to be a vampire, that's so for sure. I've also been kind of fallen into a rabbit hole of playing Baldur's Gate while being sick. I was a bit upset because my sickness prevented me from doing my Halloween plans that I had, or doing anything else worthwhile. So in my depression, I bought Baldur's Gate and proceeded to sink 90 hours in it. It's a good game. I'm not as hyped about it as many others are, because while I love the game, I see actually a lot of things that I would have done differently or that I miss from the game too. So I'm not yelling, "Oh my god, the best game I ever played," from the rooftops yet. But I enjoy it. I also think this game is kind of made for people who like The Sims too. Because of the freedom you have. Essentially, it's Sims. Just not in the character creator, sadly. But basically in everything else it's just as absurd. So if any real gamers give you shit about The Sims not being a real game, but they're a Baldur's Gate fan, tell them about how similar these two games are and see them freak out. No, but in all honesty, the game actually reminded me of The Sims a lot. The humor in it, very similar. So far I've only added white, which isn't a lot. And I do think I want to have neat bricks. Some sort of neat brick wall. Teal could be interesting. It's a little weird, right? Maybe it's the brick choice, actually. Maybe painted bricks is better. Bit boring. The reason I want to have bricks is that I want to have texture. But it's still all a little bit boring. Alternatively, yet again, entirely black. Okay, mint green-ish. Mint green. Dirty mint green. Muddy mint green. A bit more white. I think the minty green works. This is interesting to have a little bit of wood in the front, but the same color. I think I like that. Maybe actually this floor. Don't often use it. That's the theme of this episode. Me using things I don't often use. But I like the multicoloredness for this one personally. Like, I don't often like the multicoloredness, which is why I don't usually use it. But this time I do. Also don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Can even think of opening this wall up and make it a little sitting area for the upstairs. I'm unsure. Since I'm doing this to purposefully make a family home, why not a white picket fence? Just go all out, you know? I don't know if I want this to be the same. I feel like the front would be better in stone. Maybe a light base, actually. The entry hallway should be fairly neutral in colors, so I'm gonna attempt white. And maybe I can just use this white color for the hallway section here, and then something more colorful there. I'll just keep it white for now, and then see with the furniture, I think. I don't normally like it to have the sofa in the middle of a room because it's actually less comfortable since humans prefer their back to be safe. So if you want to have something that's relaxing, humans hate things behind their back. But it's The Sims, I guess. I have a very bright, colorful couch, and as of yet, nothing else really is colorful. Maybe we turn it down a bit and go pink. I also rarely go pink. But again, it seems to be the accidental theme. So why not pink? Since this is supposed to be a family home, I also want to bring a little bit of the kid stuff into the living room areas, basically everywhere in the house, because that's more realistic to me. In The Sims, we often kind of confine all the kids' stuff to the kids' rooms, but in reality, a child lives in the entire home, and you're gonna find some kid stuff everywhere. So if we go with the pink, a soft pastel toned wallpaper might be really nice. This is such a large rug, but I never use it and it kind of ties the room together, especially now that I see that The blanket has the exact same pattern. Nice. This is about the color of the couch. Just like this. An entire pink room. If I go pink, I might as well just go all out. You know, when in Rome. I really like this shelf. It's neat enough in the background and it's not that luxe. It works with other stuff. You can certainly upstyle it, but you can just as well downstyle it, which is what I'm doing here. How are we feeling about gaming consoles? Because I'm feeling good about them. I mean, not like you have a choice anyway. This is a family home, so I'm gonna add family photos. Honestly, this is a must-have. Well, I'm not gonna add the family photos, but I'm gonna add space for family photos. I'm really, really looking forward to the new pack. You have to have a utility room, and as a landlord, you have to check on it to make sure everything's going right, because otherwise, apparently your Sims can have power outages and heat outages. I'm not sure, actually, but wouldn't it be cool if this was actually also added to single-family homes? Like, if I'm building this nice little home here and they can just have a power outage just like that, I would think that's so cool. I also really like the mold zombies, or I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be playable zombies. It seems to just be a new death type. But the fact that this is so very clearly inspired by The Last of Us, so entertaining for me. This little toy box is so nice, but just like with the bigger one, I wish this was an actual toy box. I wish this would function as a toy box. It would be so great if everything that's just displaying a bunch of toys would actually work as such. It's the tiniest little thing, but it would make me so happy. I forgot to change the stairs. I have to do that real quick. But now the living room is done. I don't think I won't gonna put anything in front of these windows. Adjacent to the big living room is the small home office. I'm gonna use a dining table, actually, I think, because it's more fitting to the space. Not necessarily even because of the size, but the form factor makes more sense to me. I want this to not necessarily have the same color theme as the living room, but certainly not disrupt it. So I guess it's gonna end up fairly neutral. And by having this larger surface area, it gives me space to add some more kid stuff. Mainly the craft stuff. It's pretty white in here. Maybe I can give some color via walls. Maybe something green? A springy, fun little pastel green. This board is probably gonna be really cool. Oh, maybe they're a musical family, but then we really do take away the wall here and we put a piano in this nook. Really annoyingly in front of all the bedrooms. Yay. But I do actually like that. I don't utilize the piano enough. I want this to seem a bit more practical than it seems pretty. Because I think that's realistic for a family home. Most family homes I know, the office will be kind of crammed and has a lot of stuff in it, and it's not the most aesthetic room. You know what we also need more of? These pen holders. We have a few, but I need more variety. When I have families and they all have desks in their kids' rooms, I need more variety. It's not enough. This is probably a very random rant. Like, I don't really think anyone is gonna be like, oh my god, this is also my biggest wish. But I am really in need of more pen holders. This is the perfect rug for that space. Small, but not too small. I don't think I'm gonna add some curtains because the outlook is actually way too pretty to cover it up. So that's why I enter the kitchen now. This maybe is a good color because it mirrors the wood there. However, I think it's gonna be a bit beigey boring if I add it to the walls too. If I make this room blue now, that's a whole lot of pastel colors in the downstairs. And you bet your ass I'm gonna use the new kitchen set. There we go. I don't think I want a lot of upper cabinets. Now, do I have enough room for a big family dining table? Because that's kind of an issue if I don't. I need to be able to at least feed 4. But I think 4 chairs is enough. They don't have guests over. Or let's imagine they have a pull-out chair or something like that if they have guests. Just a few dishes and the shelves can probably make a world of difference in realism. But it's hard to find the right ones. I want this to feel realistic. I super look forward to when the new kettles come. I swear to God, I kind of whelped. I did a little squeal when I saw the kettle. Finally! Finally! I've waited eons, lifetimes. Oh wait, do we want a chessboard? I have trouble with my camera today. I wonder why that is. But it's jerking back a lot. Just, you know, mimicking a bit more of the special interest stuff. Humanizing our Sims. I don't want to put too much stuff on the counters. I need to be careful. Because I want to use the cookbook, but I also want there to be a lot of space for the Sims to cook as a family. So I'm cramming a lot. Can we put my favorite new item? I like that. I dislike the camera jerking. The fuck is wrong with this camera? Oh wait, I'm gonna hide this again. And maybe put a clock there. It's been a while since I played with clocks. But I don't know, I sort of think it matches the vibe. Especially in a family home, it's nice to have a clock you can point to. Somehow I like no artwork whatsoever for this room. Maybe a calendar instead? That's very random, no? Oh, but maybe in the office actually. Maybe I'll go for the pears. I'm using a rug that's a little bit harsher, rougher, because these are usually easier to vacuum and therefore preferable under a table. And since this is a family, I want the space to feel practical. And now we have the bathroom. I have not yet decided if I want every bathroom to be similar or if I want them to be different. I'm kind of leaning towards similar. And maybe something blue, something bolder, something also fun. And then we could use the same tiles but different color for the walls. Because if we would make this also blue, it would be a lot. I overuse this sink. I need to use something else. Although it does come... No. No. But maybe no. No. Maybe a orangey wood is actually kind of nice as a break from the blue and white. I also try to build this with additions to the family in mind. If this is to be a family home, it could be that they get a pet and this could be a cat, and then you would have to have additional stuff in the bathroom or like a cat tree in the living room. And I want to leave room to grow without necessarily having to build new rooms or extend the building otherwise. I want to keep a bit distance to the door so as not to run into the toilet the second you open it. A low shelf like that is actually interesting. I know I used the same kind of low shelf in the kitchen, but since it's a different color, I hope it doesn't feel too copycatty. A little candle for your stinky shits. Okay, so I think this is the downstairs bathroom almost done. Just gonna add a rug and then that's gonna be it. There isn't gonna be so much decoration. And with that, I also think I decided that I'm gonna make them similar, not exactly the same. Now for the hallway, this time I'm gonna put the mat on the outside, I think. And I think I want to have seating here in a way. And then basic getting ready stuff. that's the downstairs done for now, and we can move to the upstairs. On the upstairs, I'm gonna make true of my promise to place a piano here. Maybe we pull the wall back out a bit. The idea of carrying that up those narrow stairs is funny though. Apropos narrow stairs, we need railing. I kind of like this one. We need more neutral runners. Like a more neutral version of this would go a long way, because this is really, really fancy. So fancy! No, I don't like it. It's too chic. I don't know. Maybe I just put it here. Then it's not too small. It works for the hallway section. Yeah, I think I'll do that. The staircase area doesn't get a rug. Tough. This wall definitely needs some form of artwork or something happening there. Or maybe a little callback to the living room. Maybe take these in. How do we like? And of course, as I said, once you work with family pictures, you cannot have enough picture frames. So I'm putting some more up. I also want to put this picture frame up here. It just feels like something people do. It's a very neutral hallway so far, but I don't know if I even want to change that. Sometimes it's nice to have something, you know, a bit more muted. I was also debating putting seating here, but I'm unsure. Maybe something like that. Because if I want to have seating here, I want this to look a bit portable. Not so much like something that's always there. And now I really have to think about what I want. I think I want to have a child and a teenager. I didn't do a teen's room in a long time, but I'm gonna start with a main bedroom. I guess the downstairs is a good pointer to what aesthetic the parent or parents would want. So I'm going with soft colors for the bedroom as well, I think. Or maybe I want blue. It seems a little cold. Personally, I prefer natural colors for bedrooms like this, but it does feel off the vibes for this particular family. Maybe this creates some warmth and interest. A wooden accent wall here. Because just the blue and the stripes was a bit meh. Bit hospital-like, actually. I like a solid none of the side tables. Great. But I think it works. I'm switching mirrors because I think the rounder one fits better here and the other one fits better downstairs. And I realized the door's gone. Excuse me. This is a good fit that ties things together, honestly. Even though it's a big, large. Smaller is definitely better. I think I want some natural lights here. Because in the beginning when I said the blue was lacking warmth, adding more natural materials and shapes into the room is a big part of making it warmer. Same reason for adding plants. I just wanted to add a bit of storage there. Yeah, immediately feels more lively to have some open storage here. Immediately. Even though it's such a tiny change and there's not a lot of storage in there, it immediately made it feel like a real room. And of course, once again, family photos. Maybe this time with the blue frames, actually. And with that, we can switch to the next bedroom. This is kind of pretty for a kid's room. Maybe green, though. We had blue in the other room. This does not work so well, though. The modern windows in the more cottage core. Maybe this will be an accent wall? If I can find a good shade of beige to complement it. Complementing something with beige is also a wild thought. This looks a little better. But we have to make sure this isn't becoming a sad beige kid's room, because those rooms suck. And I'm not having that for my Sims children. Sims kids deserve better than that. Maybe I want a bunk bed. They have these great swatches. I actually like the pink. It's not matching, because it's just colored wood and pink and green go together. I switched for the non-bunk bed. It looked better. It looked more correct. The pink and the green now really go together well, because there isn't so much pink in the wood. And the fabric is not competing with the wall decor. I generally like it when the blankets aren't matching the wall, because it feels more realistic. Downside is it takes up more space, of course, but well, we'll deal with that. If I use this bookshelf, I have more room for other things on the floor. Maybe just this neutral desk, because it's small, and then we dress it up for children. We can judge it out. I love this basket. I just want a bit of storage, because so far there's very little storage for the kid, and kids have toys. And I like the idea of an open wardrobe for the kid, because I love things that give children agency and the ability to do what they need themselves. So the fact that, I don't know, in my head, the parents pick out a few outfits, a few items that they hang out, and the child can really pick and choose from, and feel like they themselves can decide on their look, which is something not a lot of kids get to do, and I'm excited by ideas like this. I'm building an interesting combination here, I think, like mirror to the one side and clothes to the other. I don't know, I might like it. Because only this piece has a cloth hanger, and it looked a little bit unbalanced without the mirror there. Of course, a few toys. It's a kid's room after all. Maybe I can put like a toy that the kid built itself outside here. Initially, I was thinking I would also put an activity table in here, but I don't think I want to. I think it's too much. I'm gonna put some activity table and stuff like this made from cardboard outside. So it has this self-made character, and it's just to play outside. I'm just placing this at random here so I don't forget. I also like the idea of a lunchbox, and I also want the backpack later on. And yes, it's gonna be a set, and this is gonna be one of the examples of not making it sad beige, but showing the personality of the kid, because the kid clearly likes oils. Oils? Owls. Because the kid clearly likes owls. Didn't the owl backpack have pupils once? Or am I imagining that? I was pretty sure it had pupils. It wasn't just white voids. It looks kind of creepy, actually. The sheep is on the grass, happily gnawing on grass. The picture with the cute little animal tea party. I so love this picture for a kid's room. They're leading so many walls, everything for a well-placed poster. I just like the idea of putting posters on there. As I said, I wanted to zhuzh it up a little more child-friendly, a little more kids-like, because it's a very plain desk and it's not very child-like or child-friendly. And so posters do that trick very, very well, and I wanted to incorporate them. But the desk now looks like a kid's desk. Stuff is on there. It's now a child's actual work desk and not some stuff the parents put in there. Take the cloud lamp. The cloud lamp fits well. And then I make one of the cloud lamps smaller. That's kind of cute, actually. The blue sky with a cloud there. Okay, but then I would say I'm done with the kids' room for now. Now the teens' room. Maybe something not pastel-y. Maybe the kid is like really, really bold. This is the same style of bed as the parental bed. Do I mind? I don't think I mind. Here I want a hangout area. Oh, we have this already. I forgot it. No, we can't use this twice then. No. Although it's the perfect vibe. But even in a different color, it's too much the same thing. Although we could act like the teenager just dragged this out there. You know what? I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna pretend like the kid dragged one of the chairs out. It's a lot, but it's a teens room and teens are allowed to be a lot. So this won't really be usable, I think. Maybe with a bit of luck. But I wanted to put the clothes rack to the back there because I think that looks more fun. And also it's not really a necessary item to use. Like there's a bunch of wardrobes and a bunch of mirrors. And we can just click on the sim. Like one way or another, this sim can dress or undress. It's gonna be fine. Generally, stuff like this are items that I feel more comfortable making unusable because it's not rendering the build itself unusable. Oh, the light is also yellow. That's perfect. It's a bit gamer. I don't know if I like that. If we have a desk like this, we need a computer like that, at least. I know there are gaming notebooks, I know that. But gaming notebooks, it looks so tiny on here. But it would be more practical because the teen could actually take it off the table and then do homework on the table. Practicality wins. I like this lamp for the nightstand because it looks like a UV lamp, like a daylight simulation alarm clock a bit. We don't have a lot of skill building in the teens room yet. Maybe a guitar. That's good. That's some skill building too. And I feel less bad that the teen can learn nothing in this place. I think I'll leave the teen room for now. It looks cluttered but still traversable. I don't want to clutter it too much because then you can't really walk in it anymore. Or your Sims can't. There's a clutter sweet spot after which it just becomes annoying. So now downstairs, the bathroom that we made will be the blueprint or pattern for the bathroom upstairs, roughly so. I'm gonna add this shelf and then I'm gonna add this one on top of it because I really like doing this. I really like placing this shelf on there, or maybe in the case of the family, a less tidy one, actually. It's kind of cool. It's like a custom-made piece of furniture, and then you could potentially even add something on top of this. this would be the bathroom. So now we have the interior of the house. We need to take care of the very, very big garden. And because the garden is so very, very big, I propose that we add a treehouse. The paper stuff should probably go undercover. So I reckon this smaller side is the kids' play area. And then here, outside cooking and dining, I would say. I never used the blue swatch. Why not? See, because I used the blue grill, this table now fits very, very well. It's all coming together. Did I forget? Yeah. As soon as I went to go pick a garbage can, I realized, oh my god, I forgot a garbage can on the inside. Trash. I kind of want to give them a kitchen machine. It's taking up so much counter space though. This area here would be very great for a little fire pit area. Or I guess I want to place the bike somewhere else. And instead place a basketball hoop there. That's a cool child and teen friendly addition to the backyard. And then the kids and teens bikes are just at random here. I'm using these instead of fences. Maybe one recycle bin, one trash can. I like that. Maybe I fake a parking spot? For a non-debug faked parking space? So it's a cloudy day in-game and a rainy day IRL. But this is the finished family home. Take a good look because from now on it's gonna be apartment buildings and duplex buildings and whatnot only. But yeah, the entryway is a classic family home. I gave it a fake parking space and 2 trash cans, and the bikes of the parents are tidily in the bike space. Not the bikes of the kids though. But let's head on inside. This is the entryway. We have a lot of empty picture frames to take Sims family photos and put them in there. A standard getting ready section. It's a fairly small entryway. Not too much, but everything you need. The guest bathroom or the downstairs bathroom is right off from that entryway. When we enter through the glass door, we are in the living room section, which is very pastel colored. It has the pretty picture frame TV that my sim is currently using. It has a gaming console. You can listen to music, read something. Everything you need. I used glass doors to make the space feel a bit more open, but I made it an enclosed space to make it feel more comfortable. Next room off is the kitchen. The kitchen is big enough for a family to cook together and eat together. It has open storage here and closed storage there. Really everything you need, I would say. And the next room to that is the home office room. It has a computer section there, but also a little area for, the kid to play or somebody to do their homework, but it's currently pretty cluttered. There's also this family planner thing, because as I decided this was going to be a family home, I wanted to include family gameplay in it. As it's an office, you have a few shelves. Fairly ordinary. From the living room, you enter the backyard, and it has an outdoor play area for the kid and a fire pit for the entire family, and also what is about to become a treehouse, and the bikes of the children, a swing set, and a basketball hoop. It's generally a very practical space. I didn't make it an intricate, a pretty garden, because I wanted to leave room for family activities, and that was the highest priority. Also off of the living room, you enter the hallway with lots of light and can go upstairs. Upstairs you can, of course, also sit, but also sit in front of the piano, because I decided the family was a musical one. There are a few child's items again, something to read. and more space for family pictures because we need that. First room off is the bedroom for the parents. It's the main bedroom. It again is pretty pastel like the rest of the house because I figured that was gonna be the aesthetic of the parents. It's pretty soothing, calm room. I chose to use lots of natural materials and plants to make this a very calming experience because you don't want a hectic bedroom. And the next room is the upstairs bathroom. The upstairs bathroom follows the same style as the downstairs bathroom, but is a bit larger with more storage and a bathtub shower combo. And next to the parents' bedroom is the child's room. I wanted to make the kids' room fairly colorful and in toned down tones that are fun for the child, but also not overwhelming and overpowering, so that the kids' room can be very cluttered and very full of kids stuff, but at the same time also a calm space. I tried to give it a sort of nature theme, but not too themey because kids, you know, also stick things places and put up posters and, you know, generally don't care about a theme. It's beige, but I didn't want it to be sad beige, if you know the meme. I wanted it to be kids friendly. The entire thing was supposed to be kids friendly, that's why it also has an open wardrobe where I'm imagining that the parents pick out a few items that they hang out and then the child can pick its own clothes from that to give it a bit more agency. And the teens' room is right next to that, so there's a gamer setup here and a bed right next to it, and then a chill out area to the side. And this room is a stark contrast to the rest of the home because I figure a lot of teens find their own identity by a kind of rebelling against their parents' stylistic identity, so I wanted this to feel very different. Nevertheless, it's a kid from that family, so just like the piano in the hallway, here we have a guitar and some concert tickets. It's a musical family, they are into this. The teen also likes to play video games and is a bit nerdy here and there and is into sneakers and fashion. I put the wardrobe back here, kind of out of the way, and I also just realized that the mirror went missing somewhere down the line while I built this. There's also a mirror, obviously. The teen can see themselves. But basically I wanted this to be a bit more contrasty, a bit more teenager, a bit less tidy, a bit less pastel and cute, a bit cooler. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the build. I enjoyed building it, and the next few things you're gonna see from me will be fairly different, I think. I cannot wait to build apartments. I have so many ideas. I'm so looking forward to that. Of course, I won't only build apartments. Well, I shouldn't promise. And with that, I wish you a great rest of your day, and I see you in the next video. Goodbye!